Hello and welcome to the $1 Million Message. This is your Fearless Friday message with Callie DeBlander Brigham, calling from beautiful Pensacola Beach, Florida. But in a few hours, I will be in Sandestin, Florida, attending the Feel the Power retreat. So where are my Feel the Power girls? Oh my goodness, if you are coming to Feel the Power, make sure you come up and say hello. It's going to be an incredible weekend. They've shifted around the format a little bit, and it is just going to be, I know, a game changer, absolute game changer. It was for me many years ago. I just quit my full-time job at the TV station. I was a red jacket, but I was full of belief that this business would work, and I flew down from Memphis, attended Feel the Power, and by the end of the month went on target for my car, earned it the next month, and then became a sales director. And so I do attribute that event. And why? Well, because I saw a bigger picture, because I think doing this business, what do they say? For ourselves but not by ourselves. I was able to be with a community of women that believed in this company and this opportunity, and I borrowed their belief. And when we are our own business owner, sometimes it can be lonely. Sometimes we can forget why we're doing it or who we're doing it for, and that's why events are so important. So Career Conference is the next upcoming event that everyone can attend. And you all probably have heard one of my favorite quotes about attending things, and it comes from Benjamin Franklin. And he said, if you'll take what's in your pockets to fill your mind, you can take what's in your mind to fill your pockets. And I've attended every Mary Kay event that I've ever attended in all different stages and you know, feelings and emotions about my business. Sometimes I was exactly where I wanted to be. Sometimes I was not where I wanted to be. Sometimes I wanted to rule the world with Mary Kay. Sometimes I wanted to quit Mary Kay. But regardless, I was committed, never wondering, am I going to go to the event, but how am I going to make this work? And I know each one has been a significant step. So don't miss it. Don't miss an event. Well, I wanted to finish our list from 2 weeks ago from the book, The Culture of Empowerment by Steve Backlund, Backlund. And I started a list 2 weeks ago about how you know that you're an empowering person. Well, apparently, as I looked at it, I didn't make it halfway through, probably like a third. So in order to not be completely boring, because it is voice and we're not reading along, I may skip a few as I'm giving you the list. But I just want you to ask yourself, would other people describe you as this? Or is this an attribute that you are willing and able to work on this week? And maybe just pick one. I'm also starting to read another book called Atomic Habits. And in that book, the title is a bit misleading. Like you think an atomic habit is some huge, big thing, but he means the tiny atoms that are in our body. The small 1 degree shift, 1 degree hotter, one moment, one decision of a consistent new habit, good or bad, can change everything over the course of time. And so he says that it's not just setting a goal for something or even the system. It's first deciding who you want to be, and then taking a step in that direction. So you may not get up early, but you may decide you're going to be a morning person. And so it's just that one next morning of getting up when the alarm goes off, or even then preparing the night before, going to bed earlier, all of those things, because you are in the process of becoming a morning person. You are a morning person. So because of that, I want you to look at these statements that I'm going to make and pick one and do one thing today that would cause someone else to say, yes, that is who she is. So here we go. Here's a couple more on our checklist of how to know that you're an empowering leader, an empowering person. You have a strategy in how to lessen emotional disappointments in relationships. I'm just here to tell you, you're going to be disappointed over and over and over. It's just human nature. People have other priorities. Maybe they haven't been trained like we are in Mary Kay to be a woman of their word or to have grit or to keep going. Who knows why we're going to have somebody quit or say no or hurt us. One thing that I've learned in my Mary Kay business is this is how I hold people with high belief, low expectation. High belief, low expectation. That's been an absolute necessity for my own emotional management. So that is one thing that an empowering leader does. The next thing is you help people get some wins in their lives. You look for ways to help people gain momentum by helping them succeed in small ways. You know, so many times the big wins come about because somebody encouraged someone in the small. So who on your team or what prospect or what sister consultant can you help get a small win today? Maybe it is getting her 5 by 5 on Friday. Maybe it's encouraging her with these incredible opportunity with these time-wise repair sets that she sells 5 and makes almost $350 in profit. What a win that would be. Okay, next. You prioritize heart connections. The author says you cause other people to feel connected to you through humility, empathy, listening, appreciation, and honor. Those are called the soft skills in life. And many times the soft skills are way more important than what we would call the hard skills. Those people skills are what matter. The next one is you honor the priorities people have apart from their relationship with you. You are interested and value the person's overall well-being, not just the things he or she can do for you. Do the women on your team just hear from you when you have a goal or when it's at the end of the month or when you need something from them? Or are you valuing them as who they be, right, regardless? And I think that comes back to the being able to have high beliefs but low expectations in them. The next one would be you are consistent in how you treat and respect people. Same kind of concept. You have the level of kind-heartedness to the rich people in your life as you do for those who are less fortunate. You honor all people. And boy, was that not modeled by Jesus? My goodness. You realize your words release death or life into your environment. You refrain from speaking negative identity statements and condescending comments in relationships. You create a positive, life-filled atmosphere through the intentional speaking of hope, appreciation, and encouragement. Next, you live a life of integrity. You know that dishonesty, breaking commitments, and the covering up of faults creates a lack of trust for you, which ultimately destroys an empowering culture. I've been watching and listening to 2 really interesting documentaries recently. One was on the Fire Festival, F-Y-R-E, Fire Festival, and the other was Elizabeth Holmes, who is the founder of Theranos, the company that supposedly was going to be able to do 200 tests with 1 drop of blood, 1 prick of blood. And in both cases, both of these leaders did not live a life of integrity. They covered this part. They covered up faults. And obviously everything, if you're familiar with either one, came tumbling down. Everything was uncovered. Whistleblowers spoke up, and they've been disgraced. As what maybe people saw prior to that was an incredible leader, and it was all due to a lack of integrity. So don't be deceived sometimes by someone that may be temporarily honored or respected, because the truth comes out in the little things. So make sure that you're living a life of integrity. And when something goes wrong, own up to it, just like the company did with this pump on the time-wise repair, right? I love this next one. You have a leadership training mentality, not a fix people's problems mentality. Check this one out. You have compassion and help for people in crisis. but you are primarily focused on equipping people to connect with their life purpose. As you do this, it will help create vision for those in crisis, which is a key to their breakthrough. I have found that in the past, when I was learning to be an empowering leader, someone would say that something went wrong or they couldn't attend an event or this happened, and I would go into fixing mode, only to discover they'd come up with yet another reason instead of, you know what, I believe in you. I know you can figure this out. Or remember why you're doing this. I believe in you. I know you can figure this out, right? And then just a couple more to finish up. You purpose to address 3 primary needs people have. Number 1, the need to be loved. Number 2, the need to belong. And number 3, the need to be significant. If you've listened to my Friday messages at all, you know that I've changed my marketing style just a little bit when I share the opportunity, because I found that there's 3 main reasons women would consider a Mary Kay business. Number 1 is money, number 2 is choices, and number 3 is a place to belong. And that is a primary need. What are we doing to foster that for people? And then the last one, you care for the whole person. We've already kind of covered this, not just what the person can do for you. You're sensitive to such things as people's connection to God, the health of their family, their financial situation, their need for rest and time off, their dreams and desires, and current life battles. The last thing he writes underneath it in bold says, celebrate progress, not perfection, in your empowerment journey. I am here to tell you there's only one perfect, empowering leader, and it's not me, and it's not you. So we're never going to have perfection in this area, but one small step today, one opportunity to acknowledge who you are becoming and the kind of leader that you want to be will move you in that direction, and you will feel so much more confident and excited about your future as you work to empower people. So I know you have it in you. I can't wait to hear what happens. See many of you at Feel the Power at Career Conference. Have an amazing Friday.